This episode of the podcast is brought to you by yours truly. If you would like to be a sponsor of this podcast and maybe future episodes, go ahead and email us at itscoronatime at 91btv.com. Hello, people of the world and podcast fam. My name is Kevin Jackson, and welcome to the 14th episode and the New Year episode of It's Corona Time. It's beautiful to have you guys listen to us or watch us whatever platform it is. And we just want to welcome you into a beautiful 2021. Hopefully it's better than 2020. And that's just a little bit of what we're talking about today. And as always, I have one of my good peers, friends with me today, and his name is Matt. I have him introduce himself a little bit and why y'all should listen to him.
So my name is Matt Ortiz, and why you should hear what I have to say today is because I went through a lot of stuff in 2020 that I believe can, and I've learned a lot from it, and I know some stuff that I think can help everyone go into 2021 and really do what you want to do. Who cares what people think, you know?
Most definitely. Well, man, it's a pleasure to have you on this podcast today, man. And we're just gonna be talking about a little bit about 2020, and how that year has been a travesty for most people, in terms of basically planning and goals that they set. But we're trying to shed light on how 2021 can be, can be a positive year and bring bring growth, So. And how everything is, you can't really think of everything as negative, you got to think of the positives, and have those outweigh the negatives. But before we get to that, I just want to have y'all, as always, we always talk about, the people that I have on this podcast are people that I'm friends with or people that I know. So, we just want to show you Matt's credibility and where we met. So it was basically freshman year, back in the day when I was roaming the halls, I like to roam the dorms a lot.
Yeah.
After I got done with Ala Squamitos, I got onto Montecitos. And, on the third floor was the honors floor. So I was like, okay, we got the smart people up here. Let me try to make friends with the smart people. So I was going door to door and I was just playing. What kind of? I don't really remember, honestly. But I was roaming the halls, really. And then I met this man, Lucas, and his roommate Taylor, and I was like, oh my gosh, computer science is like really close to computer engineering, what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? And then right nearby was their friends, in the roommate, nearby was the neighbors, and that's where I met Matt and his roommate Jeffrey, who's basically my major as well, computer engineering, which is hella crazy, honestly. And I was like, damn, like everybody's just doing the same thing except for you. You're not doing the same thing.
I'm different.
But it's all good though, man. And ever since then, man, it's always been about, a little bit about basketball. I haven't played though. I haven't played, you know what I'm saying? I haven't hit the gym like that, shoot a few free throws in a minute, but I'm always down. So we gotta do that soon. And then just talking about I see this man literally all the time. Wherever Jeff is, he was there. At the parties. So I was like, okay, for sure.
I don't remember the parties.
He's just staying local. So. You don't? I wonder why. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I was crazy. Like every time I was like, oh my gosh, this man's here. What the heck? You know what I'm saying? So that was interesting. That was interesting to me. But yeah, man. So it's been a minute. It's been like how many years now? Like
I would say 2 years or something like that. 2 years or so.
2 years? What do you mean, bro? Since freshman year? That's like 2016, 2017.
Oh, yeah.
That's like 4 to 5, bro. That's way off. That's way off, man. 2 years. Shoot, I don't remember what happened this past year anyway. Like 2020 is a little bit of a blur, but it was a lot of year of growth. So, I'll talk about me personally, and then I'll kind of hand it off to you, to really talk about how 2020 went for you. So basically in 2020, man, I had a plan, to, pass my classes really, because, it was a really tough semester, it was really tough past few semesters, I was almost about to get kicked out of, college, and I was like, gosh dang, that's pretty bad, you know what I'm saying? by the grace of God, I got saved, man. Like, my grades went up, the fall semester of 2019 that I was able to be saved and not get kicked out. So I was like, I'm just going to pass everything else. No F's, none of that crap. You know what I'm saying? In my mental life, I was just like, man, I'm going to get all right on track with the Lord. My spiritual life has got to be Gucci because, I believe in the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ
Yeah.
and I believe in him. So I was like, I got to get that back. I got to get into my daily word, my daily prayer, my daily worship, you know what I'm saying? And it was definitely tough at times. I'm not saying that I did everything that I had to do, but I basically tried with that. And then going on from that, in terms of like YouTube stuff or, organization stuff, basically I was trying to make some more college videos that was really popular on the channel. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna do some more like college videos. I'm gonna go to like all the CSUs, all the UCs and interview people there. So it's a crazy endeavor, but honestly, I had a calendar. I had these dates I was gonna go here when it was popping. These dates I'm gonna do this and film this because I in 2019 I went to a lot of different places and I went to a lot of different colleges as well. And I saw that if I could take this opportunity and to record them, you know what I'm saying, or like interview people, that could really do growth. It could really have significant growth for the channel, because those videos were really popping on my channel about Cal Poly. So I was like, I'm gonna do that everywhere else. But then COVID came in, and he was like, nah, fam, what you talking about? You got doing nothing, none of this crap. And I was like, no, I don't know about that one. So like probably like everyone else, the first 2 months was pretty interesting, you know what I'm saying? It was a major shift. It's like we're focusing not at like going out. Like I used to be not at home all the time. So I was going out, doing things, either studying at the library, going to the movies, maybe going out somewhere, you know what I'm saying, having a little bit of fun. But now I had to stay at home, you know what I'm saying? So it was a major shift, Sometimes we have withdrawal symptoms of like, oh shoot, I gotta go out. You know what I'm saying? I do this, but you have to slow down, for the better of everyone else. Honestly, I would say so. But then after time, I started to learn to adjust to myself and, to pick up on some old hobbies I really didn't really have. So I edited a bunch of YouTube videos that I had on the back burner from 2017, got those out, started this podcast, pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? And, I did great in the grades, which is beautiful. That's amazing. So basically it's all about your mental state. You know what I'm saying? I really, really say that's how it boils down to. It's like, you, even though the year is stopping you, doesn't mean you gotta stop literally everything. You know what I'm saying? Like the first 2 to 3 months of quarantine, I think was the most beautiful because it really helped us like to focus down, slow down in our lives, and see what was really important. Measure our important value. There's a lot of people that I stopped talking to. I mean, because they didn't hit me up, or I just didn't find a reason to hit them up on an Insta story or on the Snapchat or something. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I used to see them in my day-to-day life, but beyond that, I didn't really find them much as like a, somebody to talk to all the time or somebody to hang out with. You know what I'm saying? You really value your friends in this time because isolation is a real terror. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm just going to hand it off to you, man. And you talk about a little bit about your 2020. So,
okay. So it started off really hot. I had all these business plans. I thought I knew where I was going. I was like, this is going to happen. So the first 2 months were like really, really good. I was scaling it up. And then all of a sudden, like, it just got pulled away from me in like a span of like one week. And I was lost and I was like, it wasn't working. And I was like, I didn't know where I was, and like, didn't help that it was like COVID because like, I was just like by myself a lot, so it made me go a little bit crazy, to be honest. Then I was like sucking myself out, doubting myself, and questioning everything. Then like, yeah, so it started really hot, then took a really bad dip, and like, then I decided to move out on my own, and I'm like, I'll do it, I can make it happen. So I moved out, and like, it didn't turn out as planned, and like, I'm making it work now, but like the first like 3 months of moving out were like torture because like I didn't figure it out, and I'm only figuring it out now. So like, if you look at like a graphic going up, then it went down, and now it's like it went down a little more, and now it's going a little bit up now. So like, and then like through all this, like I kind of lost myself, and I found a new self in me. So I feel really good now. 2021. I got new goals, new vision, and yeah, it was like good and bad 2020 because it helped shape my like vision for the future. So
Mhm. Most definitely, man.
mhm.
That's crazy. You moved out. That's a whole different ball game, man. I could never do that right now. I mean, shoot, I'm thankful that my mom is, that I get to live under her roof and stuff like that and support her and
Yeah.
like a little bit of the bills. But like,
Mhm.
that's a whole different endeavor, especially out there in the OC. Whew, sheesh.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm making it
man. I
happen now
feel
though.
that.
It's just like happening
Hmm.
now, but the first like
Yeah.
all of 2020, pretty much it was like I was barely making it, but hey, I'm still standing.
Hmm. What was your internal, or what was your motivation or like internal push, to, because like it's like to move out in general or like
Mm.
to move out in general. What was your push?
I really just wanted to like become more of a man, like
Hmm.
like mature, uh just be ready to get stronger.
Hmm.
Like when Goku is like Super Saiyan like that. It's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I got you. I got you. I feel that. I feel
Hmm.
that. um, okay, dope. And then what was like so when you moved out, what was kind of the struggles that like you faced? Like so like in terms of like is it paying rent, was it utilities, and like how did you like get back from there? Like did you get a new job for that? Like
Ooh. Well, here's the plan. You know how I started my business? I thought it was gonna boom, but no.
hmm.
Like
Yeah,
COVID
what was
happened.
your business in? Yeah. Hmm.
I used to sell like beauty products, but I don't do that anymore. I'm a whole new route.
Hmm.
But like
Hmm.
I thought it was booming. And I was like, I'm chilling. I'm gonna have like my month's rent where it like already paid, and then God was like, yeet. He was like, yeet. And it was like I was like, sheesh. Like I was just left in like confusion and like lost. I was like, why God? I was like, but and then I had to work two jobs and
Hmm.
yeah, and I had to save money because I spent money like there's no tomorrow. I was like, I want this, I want that.
Yeah.
I was
Uh-huh.
like, yeah, that's it though. I mean,
Yep.
yeah,
Definitely not wrong about that.
yeah.
Dang. Ooh, yeah, the two drop struggle, that's pretty tough, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I mean, I personally don't know what it's like. I mean, honestly, do I? I'm trying to think back. I mean, like I do have two jobs right now, but then it's like one of them doesn't really schedule me, you know what I'm saying? I'm still working at Best Buy, but they ain't really scheduling me
Hey,
and they about to
you got the
lay me off.
PlayStation?
Temps, nah, man, I know that's all online, my G.
Ah,
So, but I haven't worked there since March. I haven't worked there since
mm.
March. So
Oh,
they furloughed me, then they unfurloughed me and made me seasonal, and then they haven't
yeah.
given me any hours. So I was like, okay. And then I had the school job, which I'm got right now, which is pretty dope for web design. I'm
Mm.
pretty proud of that one. So that's technically having two jobs, but one of them is not really big. And then I guess starting delivery driving, food delivery again, just this
That's
past
cool.
week. So I mean,
Yeah.
so that's pretty dope. So I guess it's two jobs, but I don't know, man. I see my family members and they be having like actual two jobs. You know what I'm saying? My mom just started a new job, so at Amazon, and I was like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
that's how I work out here, man. I don't know about that one, so, myself, but it's just crazy, man. And my cousin, he's doing two jobs as well, so it's just like I feel like just as Jamaicans or Caribbeans, everybody got two jobs to help support, like you know, to live. So
Yeah.
I
I
can
gotta eat.
understand that. I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta eat. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Shoot. So yeah, just speaking on that one about work. Yeah, I didn't even realize. Like at the beginning of the year, I was trying to quit Best Buy because it just wasn't going according to plan. 4 years, almost 4 years there at the time, and I just felt like it was just time for me to move on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna quit at the time, man. But literally, what happened is that before I was able to quit, coronavirus happened, and it literally furloughed me, like I said, and brought me back. But literally, I'm able to keep my discount for this entire time that I've had it, and that's just crazy to me. It's like I would have never. As basically, I'm not even working, but I still have it, and I would say that's just like the grace of God really on our lives. One of the funniest lines and quotes that I've been saying recently has been,
Ooh,
"God be laughing at us when we make plans," and I just feel like that
I
is
feel
so
that.
true. Listen, this
I
man
feel
said,
that.
"You thought it was gonna go this way?
Mm,
Nah, we ain't doing
no.
that today, brother."
Yeah,
It's
true.
just savage, man. It's like, geez. I just don't get it. But I mean, shoot, I won't even find out until later. So, oh well.
Yeah.
So now walking into 2021 now, what are kind of your goals? What are your plans for 2021? How has they been shaped by 2020? So
Well, it's definitely a 180. Or you had to changed up everything. Just flipped upside down. But honestly, like I'm not gonna give away all my goals because I like to keep some of it to myself.
of
In
course, of
general, I'm
course, of
going.
course. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, in general, I'm going down like the graphic design route, and I want to do something with that. I want to be able to create content that really helps people, and
Yeah, most definitely.
I want to be you know, I I had to look back at my notes. I think another thing was I want to be able to just work for myself and not to work
And that
9 to 5. That's my main one, and just have financial freedom because then I could eat healthy and you know do what I want.
most definitely. Financial freedom's a big one, man. And the 9 to 5, I mean, I'm not knocking the 9 to 5 for sure. You know what I'm saying? Some people need the 9 to 5. Like 9 to 5 is stable. That comes with, minimum hourly pay. That comes with benefits, healthcare, you know what I'm saying? Sick pay, time off, stuff like that. I'm not knocking anybody, but on Twitter recently, I was seeing people like, I don't want a man that's got a 9 to 5. I want him to run his own business. I'm like, okay, some people can do that, but some people can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, the end goal for me with my degree is to run my own business eventually, right? But there's a long future before we get there because
Everybody's
I gotta learn
different.
the ins and outs of the business. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like I'm cool with the 9 to 5, in the future for that. But right now I don't even have a 9 to 5. Honestly, it's like for the web design, it's like I tell them my schedule. You know what I'm saying? And then for
Yeah.
the food delivery, I make my own schedule. So I mean, I guess I do have that benefit. I do have that freedom.
Hmm. Yeah.
So it's great, I would say, but it's also like it doesn't come with the benefits of like, oh, if I don't work, I can still get paid. If I don't work, I can't eat. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
a big one. And then yeah, to be debt free is probably another great one, man. Like I don't think I should be saying this honestly, but I got like 3 to 4 grand in credit card debt, 30K in student loans. So it's
Yeah.
like it's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's
Hey, Kanye was more in debt, and Kanye was more in debt.
I mean, oh my gosh. It don't matter about him. He don't gotta pay it off. Gee. I want my credit score to go up on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, maybe a Thursday too. Honestly, Friday and Saturday as well.
Yeah.
Because it's not bad, but it's not good enough where I can like apply for a credit card and be like instantly approved or like apply for. I'm not going to buy a car anytime soon, but things like that. You know what I'm saying?
I
Apply
know how
for a
to.
loan if I need a business loan.
Yeah. Actually, I
You
know
know
how
how
to
to
help with
what?
that.
How?
I want to give value to everybody, even you. But you can't get a credit card. There's this app called Self, and eventually it helps build your credit while you don't have one.
Most definitely. I mean, I personally did the traditional method. So I basically did the secured credit card first, put a few like $300 down, and then after a year they refunded me to my 300 because I always paid my credit card on time.
Yeah.
Then and then I put my name on the phone bill, on the cable bill, on like a few other bills. You know what I'm saying? And I had student loans, so student loans as well. So all that really helped me form my own credit score, and it's not the best, but like I said, it's not the worst. But the app stuff, y'all should probably look into it out. And I see it for myself if it does improve people that already have credit cards. But that's just my research. I mean, I'm planning to pay off my credit card this year. early this year. We got a lot of money coming in these first few weeks of the year. So I'm just really excited for that to help pay that off. So that's gonna be dope. And then the student loan debt, I'm hoping that Biden could just come out here and just like wipe everybody's loans away. That would be beautiful. Forgive 30K instead of just 10K that I keep seeing. Because I need it all to be gone.
Hey, we're gonna
But
that 2K stimulus check.
I don't got that 2K. I don't even see. I'm still a dependent on my mama's taxes, so unfortunately, I do not qualify for any
Oh.
stimulus. But if the 2K one ever gets passed, which it probably won't, then I would qualify for 600 as a dependent. So I mean, I basically last year was all thinking about the government. I don't really want to think about the government that hard anymore. I just want to think about the government when it's just not doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Like big right. I don't want to think about the government like just because some guy is talking out the side of his mouth. I don't want to do that no more.
No.
And I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that BS. So yeah, for me, for my personal goals, really, yeah, to pay off the credit cards, be debt free with at least in that portion, student loan debt. I can't pay off 10K in a year. It's just not, it's not. I mean, unless I get like a full-time job, honestly, or something, or like really hustling in my own business. But that's not possible at the moment. To basically push for this last year. I got 2 more semesters, spring semester and fall semester of school, and then I graduate. Get those good grades real quick. You know what I'm saying? Learn all the info I need to learn. Get that internship so I can get that job.
Yeah, that's lit.
Because that's really what we're here for. Lastly, I would say really just to continue my my strong friendships, and my strong interpersonal relationships with people, you know what I'm saying, and to have fun when I can. Like basically I didn't really like during quarantine, I was FaceTiming people that I had on my friends list, you know what I'm saying, just so I could interact them, get some, stay out of isolation. But then after like things started to cool down around like June, July, when the protests started coming up, then I was like, hey, if you're down to hang out, I'm down. If you're down, you know what I'm saying? So we started doing that. So just more of those things, you know what I'm saying? Like every time I hang out with somebody, I say, hey, I don't know if I have corona, but I'm not presenting any coronavirus symptom.
Yeah.
So don't kill me. Get it?
Yeah.
But this year I've been Gucci, so I've been really thanking God for that. But literally just basically the same thing with that. We got a lot of content coming out for the channel too. I talked about that in the recap video / update.
Oh.
Go to the YouTube channel / BTV if you want to see about that or hear about that. But I mean, that's really it for me. For many goals, man, and it's just really about making your mind right, getting a vision right, because like even though there's a lot of pessimism in the world, people have been dying from coronavirus, people have been getting sick, you know what I'm saying? 1,000-mile fall by my side. I totally forgot the Bible scripture, but it's like 10,000 might fall by my side, but none of these arrows are gonna be hurting me. So it's like I'm gonna keep doing what I gotta do, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna focus on the right path, and nothing's gonna affect me while I do that. So it's like you gotta turn everything pessimism into optimism.
Yeah. And a further question about that is like, it's cool to have a plan, but like, it's more important, like, how are you gonna do that?
Oh, how we're gonna execute the plan? Mm-hmm. If
A lot of
somebody's
people like to
saying,
make
"Hey,"
plans. Yeah, because what I'm saying is a lot of people like to make plans and not do anything about it because they're scared. Because they're scared to try it, and they're scared to mess up. So I mean, it's important to like know how you're gonna do it and just jump into it. That's what I think.
So it's like if you say you're gonna go to the gym every day, then make a plan of what different stations you're gonna hit up. How long you're gonna do each station, how long you're gonna be there. Like have a whole schedule of your day in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And like also put like and then for different days that like you get busy or like or like you got things to do, like at least have those breaks in there. That's like okay, like this day I can't really do anything, but I already have a gap for it, so I'm just gonna move whatever I had for the next day or for like something else. You know what I'm saying? Like Like, be prepared for things coming in the way. Be prepared for obstacles in your way. That doesn't mean to stop. An obstacle, if you see an obstacle in the world, what do? You just stop. Nah, bro, you swerving around that. It's like you going around it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
see.
Like,
Yeah.
you good. I did that yesterday, man.
Hmm.
I saw some,
Whoa.
unfortunately, two dead animals in the world. I'm not just gonna, run right over them. Now I'm gonna be like, woo, I'm gonna swerve around them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shoot. Sometimes it is good to slow down though, to see those yield signs and to
Yeah.
slow down, and that's basically what we did earlier last year. Excuse me. Was to slow down, taking the scenery, taking what we got, because the journey sometimes is more important than the destination.
Yeah. You gotta like the journey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also want to talk about, like it's really like, the difference between like 1% of people and 99% of people. It's that they have a plan, but they actually do it. They're not capped. They're not all talk. Most people I find they're all talk. Like they say, oh, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. Like with working out, like the first 2 months they work out, then they're just like, oh, I'm done. I'm gonna head out. Like, I'm head out. Like, most people are all talk. Like the what separates the 1% and the 99% is the action. And
Yeah,
people say
most
all the time they're
definitely.
like, I'm gonna do this, but then they're like they stop because it's hard, like, or they stop because they don't like the feeling, or they stop because people are looking at them all funny, like, who cares, you do you, like.
Most definitely, most definitely. I feel
Yeah,
that, man. Yeah, whenever it gets hard, it just means to grind deeper, to grind harder. There ain't no
yeah,
stopping the grind. Shoot.
nah.
So,
Nah. Yeah,
okay. So now that we got done talking about our motivation and our goals, for 2021 and also reflecting on 2020, let's talk about some predictions. Let's talk about what we expect is going to happen out here. You know what I'm saying? I expect to graduate from college, of course, but in the real world, what I think is going to happen, I really don't think it's going to be anything big. I mean, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that coronavirus cases are going to go down. I feel like the height is going to be New Year's. It's the last holiday. So basically, everything's going to go down from here. Vaccine's going to roll out. People are going to go back to normal in a little bit. Biden's going to be in office. He's going to have some mask mandate. I feel like that's the only thing I'm expecting. I'm expecting by the end of the year, probably by October, for like small concerts to be held again. So, I mean, like EDC, I mean, maybe, because I got my ticket. So we got that at the end of the year, I
yeah,
think. I think things would just slowly go back to normal. But I mean, we also got to wear a mask, which I think is for the best thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with wearing a mask. Who needs to see my chin, my lips, any of that, my nose, even? Who cares about that? But
yeah.
that's all I'm seeing, man. Like, that's all I'm thinking uh, for the new year. What about you?
Well, like, I might sound crazy, but I think that we're in a renaissance.
Hmm.
Because, like, I don't know the exact details, but I have an idea. But like, everyone has their own opinions about Trump, but he's out of office. He was seen as evil. Me personally, I was
Mhm,
neutral. I don't really think yes or no. I'm just doing my own
mhm.
thing. But a lot of people, the world saw him as evil. So I think we're gonna enter Renaissance because that, and so many people had like the worst years of their lives. And if you look at
Mhm.
before the Renaissance, like, um, there were people that were like struggling, and I believe there was like that was before like another pandemic, like some disease. I
Yeah, the
forgot. You
Black
know what I'm
Death,
talking about?
Black Plague. Yeah,
Yeah,
the Black
Black
Death,
Plague. Then after that, what happened in the
1300.
Renaissance? Like people started focusing on themselves and like working on themselves, and like I think that was like artistic period where like we made like the biggest advancement in human history, and I think it's similar to right now because Trump's out. The world sees him as evil, but everyone has different opinions. But the world sees him as evil,
Mhm.
and also everyone had terrible. I would say the worst years of their lives, including me, it was one of my worst years of my life, but a lot of people are gonna
Mhm.
wake up, and at least if they want to make the effort, I think that
Mhm.
there's gonna be huge advancements in mental health and and overall well-being and like and overall with people, like everyone's gonna like whatever everyone does wants to do, they're gonna do. It's just a matter of like not everyone, but like more people on average are gonna do what they want to do, and like
Mhm.
I think the world's gonna change. There's gonna be more love, more there's gonna be more love. There's gonna be more change. That's what I think. I think it's gonna be the best,
Most
one of the best
definitely.
years of all time, I think.
Hmm. 2021. I'm thinking more of that for 2022, but I also think that 2021 is going to be just a great transitional period
Mm.
from the plague, from the death that we had for the past few years of a presidency that most people didn't like, and also from a whole pandemic. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm just happy to be alive. I'm happy to be safe. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to say I
mm.
survived. When they look back in the history books, they're gonna be like, "Wow, we
Yeah.
had 1968
Yeah.
uh-huh,
Hmm.
and
Yin Yang.
1968 and 1918 together in 2020."
Yeah. Another thing I gotta say is, like the concept of yin yang, you can have light without dark. Like this is then one of the darkest times ever. So by law, it should get really light. Like
Hopefully.
I mean, I think so. I think so.
No, I know. I know. I definitely think so, but I don't know if it's like that quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I take a look at the 1920s and how that whole decade was beautiful. And then we take a look at the 1930s and it's like, ooh, that whole decade was terrible.
Yeah.
So it's
And I'm
like,
not saying it's gonna
it's
be.
like, it's a,
Yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna be quick, but I think it'll slowly pick up to be one of the best years. Like, you know,
Mhm.
that's what I believe. God was like playing with us in 2020. He's like, y'all been having a good time. Y'all been having too much of a good time. Like, let me just wake y'all up, and like, and now we're like, everyone like thought they were God, in my opinion. And then like he was like, you know what, y'all are capping. I'm gonna make you more humble. And like now 2021, people are like, oh, like sheesh, like like that's what I think.
Honestly, like I said, man, that man laughing at us with our plans. He's just like, I think the whole earth needs to know. I think the whole earth needs to learn. And he was like, and I was
Yeah.
just like, I mean, technically, I didn't expect to split away from my friends until next year. But I mean, if it
Mm.
happens earlier, it happened
Hmm.
earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to talk to nobody until I graduated. But I mean, shoot, if it happened, it happened. So it really set me on a path for success. And realign my priorities in my own life. And for that,
Mm.
I am forever grateful. Matt, it was a
Yeah.
pleasure to have you on the podcast today. Man, where can people find you if they want to link up with you or follow you?
Oh, on my Instagram or my Twitter. My Instagram is matt.ortiz, or my Twitter, which I believe is Matt Ortiz 24. And also, I have a LinkedIn too. I don't know what the exact username is, but I'm trying to network. I'm gonna manifest it. I'm manifesting it right
I
now.
like it.
So
Plug it. Plug it.
manifesting it right now. So it should be on my name. Just type my name, like you know, Matthew Ortiz and Matt Ortiz. It's there. my profile pic is me with a white shirt and I'm in some garden. So if you see that, that's me.
Most definitely, man. It's a pleasure as always to have you on, but to have all our guests on this podcast. If you would like to follow us, go ahead and go to youtube.com/91BTV. It should be the third series there. It's Corona Time with Kevin Jackson. We have new episodes almost every week, but definitely once a month. And you can follow us on all your platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and then Google Podcasts. And with that, you guys have a great and safe New Year.
Yeah, let's go.